A South Texas tradition since 1964. This is Domingo Live with your hosts Rudy Trevino and Barbie Leo. Now here's Rudy and Barbie.
Good morning, South Texas. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Su amiga Barbie aquí con ustedes. Rudy Trevino has a day off. We have an amazing show for you this Sunday, like we do every single Sunday. Vamos a tener a representative from Del Mar College and talking to us about the Mexican American Studies Summer Seminar, filled with all kinds of things that you can learn. Can't wait to tell you all about that. También Cut of the Way for CASA, their 5K in Kingsville. We're going to let you know how you can take part in that. And also, Chicas Rock is celebrating 15 years. They're having a quinceañera, and you're invited. Can't wait to tell you about that. I can't wait for that celebration. I remember when Chicas Rock first started, and 15 years later, it's bigger and better than ever, empowering so many girls in our community, and they continue to do so. All right, so speaking of, let's see a past performance of Chicas Rock right here on Domingo Live.
My son, to include everyone. I tuck you in, warm and thin, keep you free from sin till the Sandman he comes. I sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. I take my to never, never land. If something's wrong, shut the lights. Every thoughts tonight, and it hurts no why. But dreams of war, dreams of liar, dreams of dragon fires, and of things that will buy. I sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. I take my hand, to never, never land. To never, never land.
Buenos días, feliz domingo. Les saluda Barbie Leo con su breve informativo de la semana. Es algo que muchos aficionados a la pesca tienen en mente. Esa visita a Bob Hall Pier pronto podría tener un costo. El condado de M.A.S. planea empezar a cobrar a los visitantes muy pronto una tarifa de entrada de $3 y un cargo de $4 por caña de pescar. Las autoridades del condado afirman que estas tarifas ayudarán a mantenerlo y financiar mejores futuras. Y aunque algunos visitantes aseguran que las obras en curso y las nuevas tarifas no van a desanimar a la gente para ir, otros opinan lo contrario. El condado ha anunciado que habrá descuentos para personas mayores, militares en activo y también veteranos, una vez que las nuevas tarifas entren en vigor a finales de este mes. Si planean ir a la alberca, no olviden las medidas de seguridad acuática para los más pequeños. El Departamento de Servicios para la Familia y de Protección advierte que los ahogamientos son la principal causa de muerte en niños de 1 a 4 años. Este año se han reportado 44 muertes por esta causa en Texas. Se recomienda con insistencia designar a un vigilante del agua, utilizar chalecos salvavidas y nunca dejar a sus hijos sin supervisión. El ahogamiento es rápido y silencioso. Además, revise siempre el agua antes de entrar. La Corte Suprema permite que Texas aplique una ley destinada a proteger la seguridad de los menores en las redes sociales. La nueva ley exige que las tiendas de aplicaciones móviles verifiquen la edad de los que van a usar los móviles y obtengan el consentimiento de los padres también para que los menores puedan instalar programas en sus teléfonos. La industria informática y algunos estudiantes han cuestionado la ley. Alegan que la ley viola los derechos de la primera enmienda y sostienen que impedirá que los jóvenes acepten a una amplia variedad de contenidos. Sin embargo, los defensores de la ley afirman que protegerá la privacidad de los jóvenes. La decisión tomada esta semana por el alto tribunal no resuelve el caso, pero permitirá a Texas aplicar la ley mientras sigue siendo impugnada en los tribunales. Y con eso terminamos su breve informativo de la semana. Muchísimas gracias por hacernos compañía y ahora pronóstico del tiempo.
This Domingo Live weather update is sponsored by Sames Ford.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in to Domingo Live. If we take a look at last week's drought monitor that was released on Thursday, you can see that most of the coastal bend is still drought free with the exception of northern Live Oak in B County. Now the reason why this matters is our lakes are in Live Oak County. If we want to take a look at our lake levels right now, you can see that we have actually seen a negative change over the last week, where we're down about 0.3%. Current combined lake levels now sit at 15.4%. Now the good thing is that we still have a isolated to widely scattered chance for rain in the forecast throughout the week, similar to what we saw yesterday, although maybe a little less impressive. What we saw yesterday mainly fell in our northern and central locations, with about 1 inch of rain falling in portions of Live Oak County. Now, the most impressive rainfall did fall near Refugio and Woodsboro, with reports between 4 to 5 inches. Locally, here in Corpus Christi, not as impressive. The airport picked up around 0.07 inches of rain. Now, we have an isolated chance of rain yet again today, but it's going to move in with the sea breeze. So closer to lunchtime, that is when we are going to start to see some isolated showers and storms pop up in our coastal locations. As we progress through the afternoon, they will start to move further westward, with rain chances trending down in the evening for a quiet Sunday night. Now, outside of any of that rain, we are still expected to get quite warm, with temperatures in the low to mid 90s across the region. 92 92 expected here in Corpus Christi, 95 in Freer, 93 in Benavides. Now our winds will be around south-southeast in the morning, transitioning to southeast in the afternoon, between 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained, with gusts up to 24 miles per hour this afternoon. So if you are planning to head out to the bays to fish today, just know that there will be a slight chop out on the bays with near shore wave heights between 2 to 3 feet and 6-second periods. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. You'll notice that we do have a chance for some isolated to widely scattered rain chances during the beginning of the work week. Now, even though we are seeing that widely scattered rain chance on Monday, we will also see a decent amount of haze thanks to a thicker plume of Saharan dust that will move into the coastal bend late Sunday night and really linger throughout the rest of the week.
Amen to that. Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. Thank you, Hope. We're looking forward to another week of heat, ¿verdad? We're going to talk to you about how you can take part in a program that empowers females here in South Texas. It's a fun music program designed for girls of all ages and skill levels of performance. I'm talking about Chicas Rock. And with us today, we have Ceci Trevino and we have Cabri Vasquez. And they are celebrating 15 years.
Yes.
I cannot believe it's been 15 years already. Yo me acuerdo desde cuando comenzó Chicas Rock. Yo he sido parte de Chicas Rock desde que comenzó. Mi niña comenzó a los 3 añitos y ahora ya son 15 años.
15 años, yeah.
Pero van a celebrar como se debe de celebrar, ¿verdad?
Yes, we're here to invite everybody to, thank you for having us. And we want to make it, it's going to be part celebration, part of reunion, where we get the chance to have everybody that's ever been in Chicas Rock, either if you were a volunteer, a coach, a camper, a student, you're invited to this party. If you've ever been a Chica too, or you still are, you're invited to come join us to this party. So we just want to make a big celebration for everybody that have made this program happen throughout the years.
Absolutely. So if you were ever a part of Chicas Rock, please listen up because you're invited to the Quinceañera, and it's going to be where and when?
It's going to be at the House of Rock on August 8th
Okay.
at 7 p.m. And over the years, we've had the opportunity to meet so many amazing, talented chicas, musicians, and volunteers that we want to invite them all to the House of Rock. There's going to be a stage there if anybody wants to reunite with their old bands and play a couple songs again. It's going to be a once in a lifetime.
So what should the chicas bring with them that day?
Bring the
Is there like a, is there,
Yeah, just the best energy, because we want to have a space open for them to be creative, to be themselves. Like if they want to sing a song, or they were like, oh, remember we used to play this song. I still see girls out, former chicas that they're like, I still know the song that we used to play at Chicas Rock. So that makes me happy, So it's like this is the time to get your band together, or come over to House of Rock and play a song, or let's just put on a show.
So just get ready to rock, girls, at their quinceañera. So if there's girls watching Domingo Live right now and they want to be a part of Chicas Rock, then you have an amazing after-school program. Maybe you could tell us about that.
Yes, we actually just finished summer camp, so we were, great turnout. And for the after school, we start in August, second week, so we go with the school year, pretty much. And so when school starts, Chicas Rock starts. We have after-school program all year round, and we have classes 2 days a week. So all they have to do is just go to chicasrock.org, reach out to us. There's an application there. They can, apply, call us, and just get your chica in. There's no experience needed. All genders are welcome. And so we just invite any chicas from the ages 5 to 17 to come join the program.
Now, Cabri, I'm going to ask you, because you're one of the coaches, you've been there forever as well.
15 years.
15 years, ¿verdad? También la quinceañera de ella. Throughout the years, I want to ask you, seeing a lot of these girls come in and out of Chicas Rock, they start Chicas Rock a certain person, sometimes they're a little shy, but then they gain so much confidence.
Goodness, that is my favorite part. Seeing they're so nervous, they can be nervous getting on stage, but they have the support of their band. We let them know that you can still be brave even though they're scared. And when they get on stage, they light up. That is my favorite thing to see over and over again. And when they get off the stage, they're a new person. They're the rock star chica that we knew that they were, and it is an amazing feeling. That's my favorite thing. It happens over and over again.
15 years of empowering young girls here in South Texas, because that's what this program has done throughout the years. I've seen it myself. I've seen it myself. They go in and they're shy. They don't know anybody there, but within that same day, by lunchtime, they're best friends all around. And I love to see that. So if you want to take part of that, all you have to do, they're on social media. They have their website as well. If you would like to take part of their after-school program, it's an amazing program. And the number one rule there is no boys allowed.
Yeah. And also, it's a no judging zone.
And no judging zone,
get
because
to be
I
yourself.
remember when my daughter was there, my husband could not pick her up. He would tell him, Dada, no boys allowed.
Yeah,
You have to wait
let him
outside
at
for
the
us.
door.
That's right. Thank you so much once
you,
again.
Barbie.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much.
Of course. If you want to know more information about their quinceañera or their after-school program, we'll have all the information on our website at KIITV.com after Domingo Live. So, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
congratulations on 15 years.
Thank you so much.
I'm rocking here in
See
South
you on
Texas.
August 8th.
Absolutely. All right. Vamos a continuar con más Chicas Rock. Let's see another past performance of Chicas Rock right here on Domingo Live.
He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say?
Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros, celebrating 12 years of tradition, Mexican-American studies, education, and advocacy. We have Dr. Isabel Araiza here with Del Mar College. They have their M.A.S. summer program. M.A.S. is Mexican-American Studies summer program. Welcome back to Domingo Live.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course, to talk to us about this year, 12 years.
Yes.
That's a lot of tradition.
It really is. And I think it's going to be great. It's a day-long event that's open, free and open to the public. Doors will open at 8:30. People can come in. There'll be a sign-in sheet, and we'll have a panel in the morning. And the first panel is actually about Tejano music.
Perfect.
Yes,
Who are you going to have?
Well, we're going to have Claudia Morales and another person that was that actually worked in radio.
Okay.
And then we're having Amanda Marquez, who is a historian at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, who actually did work on Spanish radio and how it cultivates community. And then we'll also have Jody Marin, Dr. Jody Marin, and she does work on Tejano identity. She's from Texas A&M Kingsville. Perfect. So that's our first panel, and then we'll have a series of breakout sessions, and they'll be covering a wide range of topics. Our guest artist is Andrea Salinas, and she's got a piece that's called Where Our Lady of Guadalupe Meets the Statue of Liberty. Super excited about it.
And tell us more about that. That's interesting. Our Lady of Guadalupe meets the Statue of Liberty. What is that about?
Yes. So Andrea does costume design. Okay. And so she had shown me some work that she had been doing, and it's basically like this intersection where she's combining imagery from the Virgen de Guadalupe and the Statue of Liberty. Wow. And there's like poetry and, it's just stunning. So I'm super excited to have her. She's a local artist, lives in Toloso Midway, does work typically with, she has costume design using things like mesquite wood and native flowers, and so.
How creative. Yeah. That's going to be interesting for sure. I love that. All right, how about the keynote speaker, Jenna Hasso?
So our keynote speaker, Jenna Hasso, is actually raised here in Corpus Christi, and then she went to UT and got a degree in mechanical engineering at a time when only about 3% of Latinas were actually in that type of program. But the reason why she's coming here is because she is the co-founder of the first public food forest on a public park in the state of Texas.
And a food forest is what?
A food forest is basically using public space to grow food, that's accessible to the public.
Edible community gardens. Right? Edible community gardens.
Yes. And she actually works on like regenerative, sustainable landscaping. I think it's timely given like how, responsible water use. And so I actually had an opportunity to hear her speak in Austin last year. And she was talking about culture and identity and traditional practices and native lands and connecting with our environment. And I was like, oh my gosh, she needs to be at M.A.S.
You're manifesting it.
Yes.
Will it happen for you?
Yes, I'm so excited. So she's going to be our keynote, and she's just a lovely person, and I'm excited for her to share. And she's from the area, and so she understands Corpus, and so I think it's going to be really a great experience. Then after that, we'll have, I should also say that after our first set of breakout sessions, we are going to have Margaret y los Mariachis.
Nice. She's lovely.
Yes.
She is lively and lovely. She will make you dance. Yes. Everybody dance.
I'm so excited about having her there. So it's going to be a wonderful thing. And then we'll have another breakout session where we'll be talking about like the Voting Rights Act, just transitions. There's also going to be a panel called Mujeres del Movimiento. And basically what I had noticed was that a lot of the women that were leading discussions around responsible water use were Mexican-American women. And so I reached out to them and asked them if they would be willing to participate, not so much to talk about the issues, but talk about identity, cultural practices, what drew them to act, and then what's compel them to stay. And so I'm excited about that. And then we're going to wrap up the sessions with a final session where we all come together and we're going to have raffles. So I'm excited about it.
This all sounds amazing. It is the Del Mar College Necesito Más Summer Seminar. And if you want more information on this amazing event, all you have to do is go to our website after Domingo Live. We'll have all the information on that at KIITV.com. And of course, you can go to Del Mar College's website as well, and all the information information is there. Dr. Araiza, thank you so much for being here and bringing all this information to us. Can't wait for this event. It sounds very enriching. I think that you're going to learn so much, no matter where you go, or hopefully you're able to attend all of it, right? And take your young ones to this type of event so they can start learning and start, absorbing all that like a sponge, as they do all this wonderful information that is available here for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Vamos a continuar con más música. Chicas Rock, once again, Over My Head, back in 2018 on Domingo Live.
Everyone I knew was waiting on a cue.
Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. So get ready to run, walk, just move, right? Make a difference at the Color the Way for CASA 5K. And we're going to tell you how you can help make a lasting difference by advocating for children in the Coastal Bend. We have Jaylene Garza and Cesar Silva here with us today. Thank you so much for being a part of the Domingo Live.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Of course, so let's start with CASA's mission. If you could tell us about that first.
So our mission is to advocate for kids that are in the child welfare system that have experienced abuse or neglect. And we do that by recruiting and training community volunteers to be their advocates. So essentially, a lot of people think, like, we don't take kids home. We just ensure that wherever they're placed while they are away from their parents, that all of their needs are continuing to be met and that they are still thriving in a healthy and stable environment.
As advocates, you are these children's voice. It's so important for them to have someone that they can depend on. How many advocates do you need right now? How many children need advocates at this time?
So currently I have 20 volunteers.
Okay.
This number is just kind of like a rough number. We have about 90, but that number could be a little bit more. It just depends. I know that on Wednesday we had 2 more cases out of Jim Wells come in, and so I think one of them's 4 kids and I think another one's like 1. So that number just always fluctuates, but as in June, we had about 36 kids that did not have a CASA volunteer.
So what does one need to do to become a CASA volunteer?
Visit our website, call me, message us on Facebook, tune in to my Talk with CASA Tuesdays that I do every Tuesday at 12.
Well, I'm tuning in.
Yeah,
There you go.
just call and have a conversation. I love to talk about people about what it is that we do and just be able to educate them a little bit more because they always have so many questions, right? This is a very unique volunteer
Well, it's a huge
experience.
responsibility, and I think that a lot of people need to know what exactly is needed, what do they need to become a volunteer or an advocate, and how long does it take?
Yeah, so it takes, the process is just, it's training, right? So I work on my volunteers' schedules. I'm actually currently training somebody right now, and I told her, hey, give me dates, give me times. And so I tried to work my schedule around them. I've done evenings, I've done weekends. I make myself available to be able to get them in. So they do training with me in person, they do training online, and they do courtroom observation. So they're able to see exactly what our volunteers do.
Thank you so much for everything that you guys do
Yes.
for our children here in our community. Now, if you want to help by taking part at this event, which is going to be so much fun, a color run, if you don't know, is when they just throw colors at you, okay? You're just running or walking or just moving, and it is a fun event. Tell us more about the event.
Yeah, I'll have Caesar talk
Well,
about
the event is our 9th annual, of course, and it's a 5K, and we use it to raise funds so that the volunteers have the ability to be able to go and serve the children and also serve the children as well. There's different times of the years during Christmas and things like that where we're able to furnish them with presents and those things. So all of the funds that are raised go toward our budget, and we have a lot of expenses, so
I'm sure, as any nonprofit, does.
Sure, yeah.
And you have to remember, this is all going locally. This is all going to our children here in South Texas. And you would like to take part of this fun event, which is, grab your people from work, grab your family, just take a part of it. You can have so much fun, especially the kids. They have so much fun. I think they run faster than everybody else. They're fine, right? They usually finish, I know. But everybody just has a good time, and it's all for an amazing cause. If they would like more information, where can they go?
They can go to brushcountrycasa.org. I have a big old flyer that pops up when they go to the website. And they can also call our office at 361-595-7233. If you have a group of 5 or more, as you mentioned, a business, you just give me a call and I provide you with a discount code. But we also gave Domingo Live a $5 off their registration. And it is just Domingo Live is the discount that you have to put to get your $5 off.
I love this Domingo Live special. We need to have that all the time. It's such a good idea. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, we'll have all this information after the show on our website at KIITV.com. And don't forget to log on to the CASA website for all of the information, whether you want to volunteer, be an advocate, be a part of this event. All the information is there. And make sure you tune in to Jaylene at noon every day, Monday through Friday?
No, every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Yeah, you're making her work more. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for everything that you do for our children here in South Texas. Okay, vamos a continuar with our children, more of our children here in South Texas. Chicas Rock, another performance. This one is 99 Red Balloons right here on Domingo Live. Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. We're going to talk to you about Halo Flight. Our good friends from Halo Flight is here this morning. Halo Flight provides life-saving medical care to patients across South Texas right when they need it most. And today we have Travis Patterson and we have Shannon Garza with us here on Domingo Live to talk about they're in the process of a building. They're building a New Heights campaign. So talk to us about that campaign.
Yeah, so we are in the process of building a new administrative headquarters and hangar for our facility that we operate out of. So there's a few things. You know, Halo Flight's been in business here serving South Texas since 1987. Next year will be our 40th anniversary. And for that 40th anniversary, we'd like to open this new building with new hangar space, administrative space, but most importantly, a state-of-the-art communications center. So we can kind of control our aircraft as they operate over a 26,000 square mile area. We are the only air ambulance provider in South Texas. And this new facility will really help us with new technology. You know, aviation safety, things change constantly. So new technologies and new facilities are always evolving, and we're just staying up with the times.
Absolutely, how important that is, and we're so thankful and blessed that Halo Flight is here in South Texas. How can the community support?
There are tons of ways to support. So go to haloflight.org/donate for financial support. But if you just want to volunteer at our events and share our stuff on social media, any little thing helps. We have events, fundraisers every year. We're always looking for volunteers. Anybody that wants to help us continue to provide this life-saving service, just go to haloflight.org, and there's all the information you could want. It's right there on the website.
And we'll also have all this information later on our website as well. Let's talk more about Halo Flight for those that aren't familiar. What does Halo Flight provide?
So we are a 501c3 helicopter air ambulance service. So we have 6 helicopters operating here in South Texas. And we cover basically all of South Texas. We are a 911 service, so car accidents, hunting accidents, ranching accidents, anything like that. We have 6 state-of-the-art aircraft. All of our aircraft are brand new. Highly trained pilots, highly trained clinical staff. We provide all kinds of medical support. We can do blood on board the aircraft, oxygen, ultrasounds. It's basically a flying emergency room that we provide. So, and we do this 3 or 4 times a day. So approximately 1,200 to 1,300 people every year across our service area are flown by Halo Flight.
You know, I've been lucky enough to be a part of a couple of your events and MC it, and you've had people there sharing their stories.
Yeah.
Such an impact that makes when you hear from the families and how life has affected them and what Halo Flight has done for them. You will never leave the same way that you walked into that building or walked into that event. And you never realize how important Halo Flight is. Talk to us about the Guardian membership.
Right. So our Guardian membership, it's $60 for a 1-year membership that would cover yourself, your spouse, and any child dependents living in your home. Very low value for such a great, impactful debt forgiveness program. So another thing I wanted to share, what you mentioned earlier, our testimonials. A lot of these times we don't get to actually spend a lot of time with our patients in the aircraft. It's very short-lived. Not like, you know, the hospitals and such. So it's very rare that we actually get to meet any of our patients, which is kind of a big deal for us to eventually sometime meet them in the future. So this is another request for if anybody's out there who has been impacted by Halo Flight, just please give us a call. We would love to learn more about your story and just see how we impacted and changed your life. So
I think that you've impacted more lives than you even can imagine.
Keep up.
Yes, absolutely. You continue to do that and continue to fight for our community. Thank you so much for all that you do. Once again, if you would like more information, there's so many ways that you can support Halo Flight. All you have to do is go to the website, and they have events coming up. They have events throughout the year. If you want to volunteer, if you would like to just donate money, whatever, any kind of help from the community will help Halo Flight. So absolutely. And their new campaign that's important, and we need to make sure that everything falls through. So thank you so much for being with us today. Of course. Thank you so much for being on Domingo Live. Thank you. I know, the first time. They're first timers. Thank you so much. Vamos a regresar con más Domingo Live después de esto. No se nos vayan. Welcome back to Domingo Live. Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros. We want to thank all of our guests this morning for being a part of Domingo Live. Chicas Rock, our friends from Halo Flight, our friends from Del Mar College, CASA también, the Coastal Bend. Thank you so much for being a part of Domingo Live. And thank you for watching. We'll be here next Sunday, same time, same place. Hasta entonces.
Come around and talk it over. There's so many things that I wanna say. You know I like music a little bit louder. I just wanna use your love tonight. Oh, I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. No one's around when I'm in trouble. You know I'll do anything for you. Stay the night and keep it undercover. I just wanna use your love tonight. Oh, I don't wanna lose your love tonight. Try to stop my hands from shaking. Something in my mind's not making sense. It's a while since we were all alone. I can't help the way I'm feeling. Well, as you leave me, please won't you close the door? And don't forget what I told you. Just 'cause you're right there don't mean I'm wrong. Another shoulder to cry upon. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I just wanna lose your love tonight. Lose your love. Oh, I don't wanna.
Thanks for watching the #1 rated entertainment and information program in South Texas, Domingo Live.